And we are set to start this match at 125 pounds. Both wrestlers ready to get this dual meet started. We have Connor Youtsey of Michigan and Luke Schroeder of Purdue. And here we start at 125 pounds. First period on its way.
Youtsey in deep right now on a knee pull single to Schroeder's left leg, coming up through the middle, looking to peek out, isolate a side. I want to pull that down to his near hip, hook the leg. He has that part now. He just has to work to get his head up and turn into Schroeder if he's going to want to finish here. The key here is not looking for the pin, just look for the two for the takedown. So stalemate called back to the center, neutral position, no change.
And the fans here at Cliff Keen think that the official was a little quick on that call.
This is something that we don't usually see from Youtsey, is pushing the pace here in the first period. Youtsey's the type of wrestler who likes to wait to the second and especially late in the third period to look for that takedown. So I'm guessing that the coaching staff wants him to get to his offense a little sooner in these matches.
And this is a little reminiscent from what we saw at the end of last year, come February, mid-February, early March, heading into the postseason. Connor Youtsey sensing the urgency here now as the postseason approaches.
And there's only one thing that matters in wrestling, and that's peaking at the right time. And Connor Youtsey, not only Connor Youtsey, but these Michigan Wolverines, the entire team did it last year, peaking late February, early March, and that's when you win championships.
And that's when it counts. It's a long season, a long, grueling season that a lot of people can get worn out doing. And as I say that, a long and grueling takedown attempt there as he gets the 2 points.
And immediately to work on top, looking to chop that left arm with the hard chop. Schroeder looking to come up to his feet, and Youtsey knowing exactly where he's at. Big lift on the out of bounds. So we head back to the center of the mat. Schroeder, hands in front, knees behind the line. Referee Michael Chase says, Youtsey, you get on. Covers on that conventional right side. And potentially dangerous. Called here on Connor Youtsey, so a break in the action.
Connor Youtsey of Michigan goes with the optional start here, cuts him loose, gives him the 1 point escape. Goes right to a hard underhook on the right side.
And continuing to push the pace, and this is where I want to see Youtsey. We know what he's capable of in the top and in the bottom position, but we haven't seen too much offensively in the neutral position, so putting him neutral is only going to help him later on in the season get takedowns, build confidence, especially right now. And Connor Youtsey just pushing the pace, and the theme here seems to be get to that right side underhook.
Yeah, he's using that right underhook to set up that sweep single or that snatch single of his.
And a stall call on Schroeder.
But even despite the stall call, he's able to pull him in and get the 2 point takedown at the end of the period. He leads the match 4-1 heading into the second period. Connor Youtsey, the redshirt junior, only 8-9 this season, hasn't seen much tournament action so far. He is the redshirt junior majoring in political science here in Ann Arbor on the University of Michigan Central Campus.
Looking to get back to 500, but I can tell you this right now, Connor Youtsey does not care about his record. You look last season, and he had 15 losses. He knows what it takes to get to that next level, win close matches in March, and that's all he's worried about, is looking to get back on the podium in New York City at Madison Square Garden in mid-March.
Yeah, that record means nothing come March time. It could help a little with the seeding, but even so, Connor Youtsey doesn't really, concern himself too much with that sort of thing. He just wrestles hard when the time comes, and that's what he's doing here. Leads the match 4-1 with about 1:20 seconds left in the period. Lets him up again. The score is now 4-2 after that 1-point escape from Schroeder. But then he's back to that right underhook.
And Schroeder has to get to some sort of offense here. Connor Youtsey's been pushing the pace, and Schroeder's already been hit for stalling, so keep that in mind. Great shot attempt by Schroeder, but just got too comfortable in on that shot. And Youtsey, look at Connor Youtsey with the inside trip. Flashy, not something you see from Connor Youtsey. He's one of those straight-nosed wrestlers, just looks for his high crotch or swing singles, so you don't see too much fancy stuff.
That was a nice, fancy inside trip. Caught Schroeder off guard. Didn't see that one coming. He now leads the match 6-2. Looking for a bow and arrow, it seems like here, if I'm not mistaken.
Reaching back and taking a book out of Dominic, the Dominator Avenator's book. And this is tough for the bottom man. A lot of pressure, not only on the knee, but as well as the lower back. So the pressure on the lower back just takes a lot of energy out of you.
And Connor Youtsey was also able to get up to 2 minutes of riding time here in this second period. He now leads the match 6-2, and with that extra point, considering that he keeps it, will be 7-2 at the end of this match.
So Youtsey chooses the neutral position to start the third period, and I'm guessing he's going to get back to that right side underhook. Snap into a front headlock, and a good job of moving Schroeder, and has that cradle locked again.
He locks in that cradle. He wants to come off to the side, it seems like.
And he's gonna have to put that right leg behind Schroeder's right leg. And what that's going to do is that's gonna allow Schroeder's right knee, and you see Youtsey looking to get that right knee back. So that right knee is going to go as close to Schroeder's ear as possible, and that right knee is only gonna tighten that up.
And the Michigan coaches are yelling from their bench, telling him what to do, but he gives it up, doesn't want to do anything too risky. He's leading the match 8-2, 9-2 effectively with that extra point of riding time, but he goes again to that cradle. Can't get it, cuts him loose. The match is now 8-3. Again to that right underhook. Let's see if he gets to his offense again here.
And Schroeder with an inside trip of his own.
But Connor Youtsey says, no, that's my move for this match.
Don't try it on me. Connor Youtsey says, gets the 2 points for the takedown. So in essence, with riding time, the score is 11-3. So a major decision comes into play here with 30 seconds left. And so very impressed with Connor Youtsey.
Connor Youtsey, this is what I talked about at the beginning of the year. We called the first few dual meets of the season, and a lot of people are looking at us eyes wide open saying, what happened to Connor Youtsey? And we said, you know what, calm down. Connor Youtsey is one of those wrestlers that comes out late February, early March, because he has that postseason on his mind throughout the season. Paces himself real well as he coasts to an 11-3 major decision in this match against Luke Schroeder. Looks great. Finally gets to that 500 mark, 9-9 on the season.